Um, this is going to be loud and weird since starting this whole thing. Hello, it's Dio, and welcome back to a personal code of conduct. And I've gotten into the habit of recording this incredibly late. Yeah. Fuck. This is basically going to be titled "The Fear of Being Left Behind." The thing is, I'm not going to sit down and say that, oh, my life is horrible. My life is very routine and structured and stable for somebody my age and born in the kind of country I am. But I kind of feel like I'm not ambitious enough. Ignore the midnight Ramadan prayers that is happening behind me, right close to my window. I don't know. How will I explain this? I need ambition. At a point in my life, I don't feel 25, rather I feel 21. I finished university 3 months to my 21st birthday. And I'm 25 now. So it has been 4 years since I finished university. It does not feel like 4 years. And I feel like I haven't achieved what I ought to have achieved. Everybody is on their own personal journey, yada yada yada, disclaimer, blah blah blah. Because while I'm sure that, because I feel like feeling left behind is not necessarily like, like a measure of, because there are going to be people that are lightning ahead, there are going to be people that are where you are, and there are going to be people that are going to be quotes unquote behind. But thing is, I think we all need ambition and willingness to do things, because I've noticed this thing in a lot of the demographic I hang out. I won't say a lot because I don't know many people, because I've been trying to say more and people instead. And the thing is, I've gotten really good at not projecting and understanding, okay, this is my outlook on something and this is what I want to do, and I am willing to accept the consequences of whatever happens if I do what I want to do. I'm going to point out in the whole, I know this is very, very not coherent, but I saw a YouTube video of a co-worker, and I was like, fuck, oh god. I hope my podcast is 100% has been recommended to somebody where I work, like without question. Oh fuck, because I often get like stuff on Spotify that I'm like, or even TikTok that I'm like, this is not me, this is not my recommendation. This is somebody sharing location or something like around me. This is what they are consuming. This is 100% not me. And they're like, oh, if you're in proximity to this person, you probably like the same things. And I'm like, oh fucking god, this podcast has been recommended to work people know how, without question. And I'm like, did I mention names? Did I do something stupid? But like, I'm the one that went and put it on the internet, so that's fine. Worst case scenario, it's like, oh, be offended, yada yada, and I'll have to like take everything down, and it becomes truly a personal journal. I remember I started this whole thing with like me examining philosophies and looking at like minds, and actually proper. And the thing is, I've actually achieved what I set out to do. I am more stoic when it comes to my relationship with other people. I have made peace with Ubuntu, and I have made peace with like humanity through Ubuntu. And what's the final philosophy that I'm still working on, which is progressive, which is stoic hedonism, and looking for long-term roots to my eternal hedonism. And my eternal hedonism would be, I don't know, a tropical villa. I don't mind working in a tropical colonial villa constantly, but I don't want to be drowning in hours of Lagos traffic. I don't even mind being like a random ass middle class human being, Singapore human, and like somewhere living in a redone flats. I have developed a new YouTube obsession, which is obsessively looking at HDBM BTO Renos on YouTube, and they look like really cool. They give these vibes of this Chinese manhwa. What's the name again? What was the name? Tamen Nigushi. They give the vibes of like the way they draw apartments in like Chinese manhwas. I know this is like Singapore is in Southeast Asia, even though majority of their country is of Chinese descent. But like the art style and the way they presented like the apartments, like this flat is small, it's a flat, but it has this very wide open concept, like there's a lot more space than it actually is because of the way it's designed, the way things are staffed, utilized, and it reminds me very, very much of how a lot of mainland Chinese artists draw their main characters' apartments, but it looks nothing like the main characters and almost the main characters, the technology TikTok apartments that are like other like apartments set in like Shanghai or Beijing and that kind of vibe. But like this, like those two manhwa artists just have this style. I was like, I know this is a small flat, but like so open concept and like really nice. I think they got it from Japanese manga, because like Japanese manga also feels very I know this space is small, but you're doing a lot in this small space and it looks really cool. That was, I don't know where I tangented from, but yes, let's be really freaking honest, I do feel left behind. Like I feel emotionally stunted, and because emotionally I'd say I think that I don't know where, like how young Nigerians behave emotionally. I only know young Nigerians in corporate settings, and I think we're doing a fantastic job of being professional. So, and I don't think I want to know them outside of a professional context. But I feel like emotionally stunted, and that's fine. And I think I'm making peace with that, because I don't think I'll ever truly grow emotionally to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, let's be in a situation where you can provide for somebody, like be not like financially provide, like emotionally provide for somebody. And I don't think I'll ever get to that point. And people who force themselves in this space, I'm watching people wear themselves so thin because like they live there. Like I'm obviously using, I wanted to say I'm obviously using women, but I remembered, like I know men who are also wearing themselves thin. But most of the examples I have are women. They're like wearing themselves thin to somebody who is obviously also suffering, but like they are not even taking into accountability that they are spreading their suffering to somebody who loves them. And it's causing these women to break down, because yes, they are trying to help the burdens of their husbands, but their husbands don't even see them as persons and people and yada yada yada, and take their opinions with a grain of salt in general. And there are also men who are unfortunately like horribly henpecked by terrible human beings. It's just like terrible, narcissistic, sociopathic, all kinds of everything you define a terrible human being. Just have a good eyesight for people they can bully. And people don't. And I think that's one thing that terrifies me about like attempting to emotionally grow, is that I'd make a bad choice, like a horrible choice for a life partner. And I'm like, that terrifies the fuck out of me. So that is out of the picture. Okay, not that it's out of the picture. It's out of the picture. Like I don't feel 25. Like in that arena, I think I feel like 17. I guess or maybe 16. Yeah, I think 17 is a good age. I when I was 16, I did act like a 16-year-old. Wink, wink, gross. But like, maybe 17. Yeah, maybe 17. And I think I'm also proud of like 17-year-old Dio, of not like going further with what 16-year-old Dio did. Like when I became properly like a student at a university, my second year of uni, and I was not in a vicarage, all of a sudden I was truly away from adult supervision, and I realized in that moment is that I want to be truly away from as many people as possible. And that feeling was great, just doing the needful and going back and consuming content. It was like an amazing feeling, and I realized that like maintaining friends wasn't difficult, but it was tasking. And I wish I did maintain friends, because this one girl in particular that I'm like, God, she was beautiful. Like I used to like stare at her, and she had a weird as fuck fashion sense, like really weird fashion sense. And she also got into programming really early, and I'm like, I wish I did that. She was older, but she didn't look older. She was so beautiful, I think. A very lean and pretty human being. I wish I tried to maintain that friendship. She was like in a year after me. I think I wish I tried to maintain that friendship. She went into programming early, stuck with it, and is doing really well for herself as like a full stack engineer. And I'm like, if I had started coding, like, I'm pretty sure like if I had remained her friend, she'd have probably introduced me to coding. And if I had started, I don't know. I feel like I should have more money and travel to more places, yada yada yada. But the thing is, I'm at a point in my life where I can actually afford to travel. It hurts, but I can actually afford it. But I'm also honest with myself, like, would that make me happy? Like, I keep having this whole lost sense of, oh, I should be in a better place in my life. Oh, I should be like a tech guru. Oh, I should be a tech babe. But I'm also like financially to a point where I can envision those things and ask myself, would that make me happy? And right now, I think the answer is no. But we're also going the traditional route and trying to emotionally grow and all this kind of. Would that also make me happy? The answer is also no. And I think a lot of Nigerians are like very, very young. But when we look at like other people in like the developed world, they give us old vibes, because I don't even understand, like, how would you describe a 25-year-old as old? Because all the 25-year-olds I know are just starting to do what these developed country 16-year-olds are doing. Like, that's what 25-year-olds are just starting to dip their toes in. Not even like, because I know obviously like the HBO Netflix teenager is definitely not an American teenager, but like they're just starting to dip their toes into what's like a first world university student is doing as working adults. And I'm just like, that's pretty young. I don't know, that's really young. And you want to tell yourself that you want stability, you want to know what it is you're doing. And also, I think I'm having a case. Will I call it imposter syndrome? I'd call it a case of I'm having a case of I won't have to deal with the rejection if I didn't try. There are things I obviously should be doing. One, I should be doing as Microsoft and Google certifications. I really should be doing that. I should be networking and actively following up on like relationships on, oh, I want something, I want to achieve these things, I should follow up with you, I should work with you, I should try to foster a friendship. And people my age, we're all terrible at doing that shit. So we like to just let it go with the flow, and hopefully we fall into each other and everything becomes stable, yada yada yada, and rubbish. But like, I don't think it will work that way. You need to actively foster friendships and have purpose. And I have fallen into a rhythm, and I don't hope to fall out. Like, start projects, work with people, do shit, yada yada yada. I'm terrified for this year. Even though the first quarter of the year is over, what have you achieved? Nothing. And 3 months used to seem like such a fucking long time to me. And I'm like, nah, man. But there is time to not get a bad appraisal score. I don't know. I need to work on something efficient. I need to be efficient. I need to take charge. I need to work on projects. I need to get analytics to the next level. Yada yada. Like adults, corporate, political concerns. But I also want to put myself in a position where I'm technically sound, which is that you take a certification. But no, you'd rather. I constantly am a cycle of downloading and deleting TikTok, but you'd rather lay down and scroll up and down YouTube shorts or read a questionable web novel that you shouldn't be reading. God, I can't believe tomorrow is Monday. But next week is awesome. I only have to go to work twice. So Tuesday and Thursday. Cool as fuck. I don't know. Like, I've made peace with being emotionally left behind. That one is fine. But like, my point is, I need financial stability. I need an enabler, and I also don't want to be people's disablers, because when people say that, oh, there is an enabler, there does this, there does that, it's like, I feel like I'm disabling you, and I want to be truly there. I want to be the one who answers. I want to be the person to help you rise up and improve yourself and succeed and grow. I want to be that person, but then again, mostly a very emotional and available dipshit who is also disabling herself. That you are at this point, have more confidence in yourself. Go, because there are things you should be doing. Do you want to emigrate? No, actually no. I'd rather like be around in a Singapore type situation where everything is just getting better. Technically, I wake up in 30 years with like a nice like mansionette. Like it's in an apartment building, but there's stairs in, and you're like, ooh, I just worked my way up a ladder in a private something, and my country became rich. Cool. But like when you have to like look beyond, look to escape, look to this, look to that, become an expert, yada yada yada, rubbish. It's fine. But I don't know. I want foreign currency. Like, who doesn't want foreign currency? And to do that, you need certifications. You need confidence in your role. Because I don't mean to be a bad belly, but like I worked with somebody recently, and I was like, I know this thing more than this person, but this person has a like higher paying role than me, and I was like, I genuinely know this thing more than this person. It's time for me to put myself in a situation where I can grow, genuinely grow. But I wish I was a full stack person. But like, why do I feel like 25 years old is too old to become full stack? Like, why do I feel that? I don't know. I really don't know why I feel that. Like, but the thing is, do I still want to be full stack, or do I want to? I want to aggressively push into the data analytics thing. I think if I aggressively push into my role, I'm going to have to not necessarily go into off my comfort zone because it's my day job, but like it's going to involve a lot of speaking to business people, and that doesn't really with the whole like workflow, typing, coding in the dark, not necessarily in the dark, but like coding like a nice apartment, and just having what do you call it, short 30-minute scrum meetings, that kind of vibes, and everybody's just coding, doing their tasks, doing their research, being a vibe, and completing their aspects and just being a vibe. But the answer is, I don't know. The answer truly is, I don't know. Because I want to grind, but I'm not I am a responsible person when it comes to things that others depend on me for. But like, it's time to climb. It's time to have ambition, that motivation that comes from within. Like, it's good to fantasize, it's good to write a story, but you need to be able to commit. You need to actually pay attention to finish something that's other people. And I think that's the difference between like me and why I didn't struggle through school and everything, especially when my head is always in the clouds, but yet I didn't struggle through schools, because I think I've always had Ubuntu at like the back of my mind. Like, I'm sharing a society with other people. It's important you meaningfully contribute to that society. You do what's expected of you for that society. And you do work fine. And in that situation, I was able to just naturally provide the attention wanted from my teachers. Did this one, just enough attention. I even pay attention in meetings, even though I'm like, my head is in the clouds. Like, I generally do pay attention in long boring meetings, because like I'm in a situation where other people depend on me, and my attention deficit, I don't think it's an attention deficit, but it's definitely not a disorder. My attention deficit has no room here, because there are other human beings that depend me on something. That's how I 100% know that my head being in clouds is not a disorder. It's just like a personality trait rather than something medical. But when it comes to the things that I want, I don't think I'm working on the discipline to get it, because I turned on my system to do the whole we are actively looking for part-time roles, put yourself out there, go on Indeed, freelance, because I should be doing weekend analytical freelancing. I should be doing database management certifications. I should be, and I think I'm not the only one that faces this thing, because I have friends that without question, it's not just, oh, I am lucky. I'm just thinking, you are unconsciously unwilling to do this for yourself. You're waiting for things to fall into your lap. And that is irresponsible. Not because you're a bad person or you're not a capable person. I think you're filled with doubt. I think that's why I keep on using I think, because this is literally me projecting onto somebody else. But it doesn't make any sense to be where you are right now. Because you're brilliant, you're funny, you're cool, you're emotionally stable. But I think there's just one key thing holding you back. Your motivation doesn't come from within. And I think are we letting go of dreams, or maybe we truly aren't trying hard enough? And for me, to be honest, I do realize I truly are not trying hard enough, because there are many opportunities I have abandoned due to unseriousness. Like, one thing is, in University of Lagos, you had the opportunity to become a network engineer. Did you take it? No, you were ignorant, and instead of using the internet that was rightfully provided, you were using it to watch anime. But like, you didn't think the future was that steep, even though you knew you lived in a third world country. You just didn't think that far into the future. Even though you knew you lived in a poor country, and that you'd get into the job market and the thing you studied for and all those kind of situations. And then people who wanted to pursue stuff, who went into tech early, they're doing great. They're doing vibes. They're living well. They're spending cash. They're going on holiday. They're being a vibe, and they are hotter than ever. You need stability, young woman. You need stability. And that's fine. You need stability. You need wealth. You need a clean room. I don't know. I don't know, how do I maximize this space? But the thing is, my main problem is I don't put things away. I put them down. I don't put them away. Because I'm looking at the state of my room. I'm like, how do I reorganize this room and maximize space? There's even some pieces of furniture that I would take out, like the pre-existing table that came here. And their vibes. Ooh. Energy. Am I a human being with common sense? Probably not. But I do my morning walks on Sundays. Like, today was like an insane, horrible hassle on my legs. I was like, yesterday I did like a very, very quick leg day. Very, very quick leg day. And I also went on my 1.5 hour walk, and I spent when I got back at 8:30. I was in the kitchen till 11:30 on my feet. My time I crashed after having lunch and breakfast in one sitting. I mean, easy breakfast and lunch in one sitting. I was like, oh, I'm going to have yoga because my legs felt like they hated me. I was like, I'm going to do yoga this night. I don't think I'm going to do yoga this night. It's 10:16 and tomorrow is Monday. But I will be working from home. I think it's the same problem. Yada, yada, yada. It's the same problem. It's the same vibe. It's the same energy. But like, I see a lot of brilliant people that are in the same predicament as me. I don't think it's not luck. You're brilliant. You're smart. You're just not applying yourself. And your head is in the clouds. I think. And this is me applying me to the people around me. And I tend to attract people who are similar to me. 2001. I think that's why he's so floaty. I just saw somebody's birthday was 2001. Yeah, that's probably why he's so floaty. Because you're in a perfect position to start your career. You can deal with this nonsense if you were born in 2001. Fuck, 2001. Wow. 2001. 2001. 2001. Jesus. Fuck. I'm jealous, like, to the fucking high heavens. The way I'm jealous, I'm like insanely jealous. I used to feel so young being born in 1998, but then again, it's like you went and wasted 4 years of your life just floating through space. But I know, I bring it up very often during my podcast, but like, you made a monumental decision one time, and that has been good. And then it's time to make another monumental decision. And besides, a lot of 30-year-olds, and their life seems like, yeah, they could still, there's a lot they can do with their life. It's just like, it feels like 30 is going to have a gavel and hammer me to death. And I think, I don't know if my friends don't listen to my podcast. They just, I don't know why I still send it to, what do you call it, to like public group chats. So when I was thinking I was going to, it became a habit and I don't want to stop. It was because at that point I was thinking I was passing a message, telling a story, yada yada, being reasonable, being like actually sitting down to examine philosophies. Now it's just like a personal journal. But I have examined the way I've done. I have brokenly done some things. And also about being left behind is there was like a huge corporate event I did not attend. Because I think at one point I truly asked myself, would I have liked to be there with all those people all at once pretending to have fun, or would I want to be cozied up in bed pressing phone? And the answer was cozied up in bed pressing phone. Even though that happens every night, and this was an event that was new experiences, new artwork, new design, whatever. Has been a personal code of conduct. Have a productive week. I think I'm going to record little snippets of all sorts of things. And there's this one scene in my head that I want to write. It's so beautiful. Anyway, have a productive week.